So the furnace. So first of all, in the furnace, this is a very simple furnace. It's just a graduated scale. So it tells us the temperature. It says it's approximately 80 degrees in here right now. One thing about these thermostats is that there's actually an on and off at the very end. So I'm going to pull this cover off. You never have to do this, but this is for demonstration purposes. What we have actually here is to truly turn it off, I actually have to push it to the very end and hear a click. It actually is lifting the contact. If you if you just slide it down here, it's setting it down to a low temperature, but sitting in your driveway at home, it could potentially attempt to come on. So always push it down until you feel that little click at the very end. Let's reinstall that. This is just a graduated scale. So if we want it warmer, all we do is bring it up until we hear a click. Furnace comes on, does the intake, automatically introduces propane, fires up, and heats, and basically keeps the trailer warm according to your requirements. And it will shut off and cycle on and off accordingly. If you want it warmer than where it is now, of course, you just basically slide it up. Yes,
I'm just going to switch the tanks. You're not using the gas right now, right?
no, I'm not using the gas. They brought you tanks at the car?
We have brand new.
Okay, very good. Very good, yes. So we turn the furnace off, and then it will actually go through a startup, purge, and then shut down sequence. So it will take a few seconds here before it actually purges itself off or cools itself off. At this point, it shuts down. So that's our furnace. Our air conditioning. Air conditioning is very simple. We have a direct vent air conditioner. This is our thermostat. So the wider the blue band, the colder it is that you want it in here. Now this is our fan control. So we can actually do two things with this system. We can actually just move air around. And again, our discharges are on either end. We do have two filter screens here that periodically should be removed and cleaned with warm soapy water. So on our basically our setup, we can actually run the fan. So we actually have two low fan speed settings. So all we're doing here is we're sucking air in here and moving it around. I can actually direct these vents more one way and the other, or whatever you wish. Two low fan speed settings, low fan. That typically is the first setting. Is a situation that if you ever want to install a heating element, typically there is provision to actually put a heating element in most of these air conditioners so that you can actually create a heat pump situation. Versus using your propane to heat, you can actually use that. So that's why they have the two, not normally installed from the factory, but does have that option. So low fan, and then we have high fan. Again, low fan, high fan, not cooling, but just running the fan. Now, if we want to cool, we go to low cool. Now, low cool is not how what the temperature is. It's low fan speed cooling, high fan speed cooling. Now this being a 13,500 BTU air conditioner will do a decent job. My only thing to that is that basically if you're sitting in here full bright sunshine in a hot day, there's a lot of tent material that'll take the heat. This will still take the edge off, but again, remember the tent material is not very efficient. So it will work and will do a decent job, but if you can have some shade, it would actually be preferable. So your high cool, low cool, high fan, low fan, and then off. And again, this is your thermostat control. Any questions on the air conditioner? No. Okay. What we'll do now is we'll actually get into our entertainment system. So now on that note, before we go further than that, we actually have